We're live. Hello, everyone.
Hi.
And, I couldn't be left out with that nice little countdown that Brooke and Autumn has started, so I had to do one myself. So welcome.
I love it.
That was crazy.
Oh my God, you haven't been in the lives lately, so you missed Brooke and Autumn doing them as well. Yes, so welcome.
It's so intense.
Yes.
Like, what a time to be alive. Oh my God.
But hello, everyone. I'm Bree Buonomo, and welcome to another nighttime writing stream. Usually I do them Tuesday nights, but we're switching it up because my Tuesdays are a nightmare most days. So, hi, I have two of my lovely friends.
Oh, sorry. I was like, oh, okay.
Go ahead.
Sorry. I'm Hudson, and I also have a YouTube channel in which I make videos and just mainly talk about these gals. So,
and it's linked below.
Oh, I was pointing out.
And then Autumn can go now too.
Someone. Okay. Hi, I'm Autumn Ashley, and I'm also a writer. I write YA fantasy, and right now I will be working on my Nano project, but I'm prepping book 1, 2, and 3. So in October. So right now I'm on book 1 for the outline.
I'm excited for you. Tonight I'm going to be working on prophecy project edits. I actually have to write a chapter from the ground up because I'm adding in the details. So I'm actually kind of excited because I do well writing with sprints. So that's what I'm going to be doing.
Love it.
Totally forgot to say what I'm doing here. I don't know. It's been a while since I've been on a live. I will be outlining. I just decided here and now that's what I'm doing for my Nano project.
Love it.
Yes, we have some wonderful people: Lizzie, Alice, Barb, and Nikki. Hello, ladies. Wonderful to see you guys. So small plug. I will plug myself for once, but if you want to like this video and follow the three of us, unfortunately, because Autumn was a last minute comer, because I invite people all the time last minute. I don't have her link down below, but you can find her easily. If you go past streams we've been on, you can find her information. She's also in my sidebar on my main YouTube page. You can go find her. You can also find Hudson. And if the quality of this video looks better, it's because I did a test run of a 1080p video, because I just found out that StreamYard does us dirty and only gives us 720p quality unless you pay for their premium. So if you guys are interested in supporting better quality streams, I have a coffee page linked down below. You could do a $3 coffee donation type of thing, and that I would use that going towards better quality streams in the future. So
I love that. Good job, Bree. That was very well said.
Yeah, that was really good. I wish we had an infomercial sign at the bottom.
I'm like,
very professional.
I'm like, where do I donate now?
This is my charisma at its best.
Love it.
Oh yes. The other thing, I changed my hair. It's a reddish brown. It's shorter. Thank you very much for noticing.
I love it.
Yes, and Barb, I'm sure you're streaming Apex, probably with Rachel. It's all good. But thank you for giving me the view. You're great. Okay, so I'm totally ready to get into a sprint because I really need to focus and I need to get this project done already.
For sure. Let's do it.
Okay. Do you want to do a 15-minute as always?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Look, we're all.
Let's do that. Let's actually work.
Minecraft. You did tell me this, Barb, and my brain is just scrambled. So, but I wish you luck with the Minecraft.
Yes.
No. Okay. So ready for this fancy thing?
Oh my. Okay. Girl.
Yeah, my.
I was having the time of my life prepping for this today. All right.
Jeez.
So I'm sure it's gonna scare the bejesus out of us still, because I couldn't find a nice timer, but at least it looks nice.
It does look nice. I love it.
I'm so excited for this.
Yeah.
I know, right?
So I am going to mute and we're going to get our 15 minutes in. So good luck, everyone.
Good. I'm continuing to outline. And earlier when I was folding my laundry, because you always get inspiration when you're like folding laundry and just listening to like music, I had a really, really awesome idea, but it was going to kind of change the outline a little bit. So I went with that idea and I really like it.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm all for that.
Yes. So I was kind of fixing the outline that I had.
Yeah. That's exciting though.
Yeah, for sure.
I got distracted by Gabby Hanna drama. So I did write, but not nearly as much as I wanted to because I was laughing at people on Twitter. Yeah, that's a whole other story, but I did get 142 words.
Awesome.
Nice. Awesome.
Nice.
Yeah.
I just read my outline that I had already written so I can add on to it. So it was that like the important thing, but the least exciting.
Okay.
Mhm.
You need to do it though.
I'm very interested in both of your stories.
Sure.
So, because I'm currently catching up on videos, and I feel like I've been out of the loop. I feel like I have so many questions, but then I'm also like, did they answer all of these in a live? And I don't have time to go through everyone's lives. So,
no, that's a lot.
I'm very excited by both of your stories. I have so many questions, but I'm not going to ask them here because I haven't done questions.
I'm like, you can ask them, but I don't know. I mean,
Yeah,
I want you
sure.
to give me spoilers.
Okay. Well,
Perfect. Thank
tomorrow.
you.
I'll give you spoilers tomorrow, Hudson.
all right, so let's see. So Lizzie popped back in, and she's been in and out because I guess she's having some computer trouble.
I really feel for you, Lizzie.
I know. Alley Cat came. Charlotte. Walissimo. Hello, everyone. Let's see. Alice said was eating dinner, so no words, but I did watch Brooke's new video. Exciting stuff. Always worthwhile. Nikki got 24 words.
For sure.
Ooh, chocolate donuts. Yum. Hudson's face was like, oh my God. And Lindsay's the best. Okay, awesome. I mean, hey, you guys deserve some chocolate donuts. I just have my wine. And now I kind of want my peach rings, but they're upstairs. Seriously.
The struggle is real.
Yeah.
It's obviously dinner time where I am, so.
Yeah, it is dinner time. For me, it's like bedtime. But I'm trying to, it's a really weird Monday for me because I almost, for the last since summer, I think, since we went back into the field in July, I have always had a Monday session at 3:00 because of that client. Like that's when the mom was off of work for days. So I would just go after my supervision. And today, we switched it up because her hours got changed. So she's working like 7 days a week now or something crazy.
Oh my gosh.
So she's like, I have a couple things going on. I don't think I'm going to be there. So I was like, okay, we'll move you to Wednesday. And then I'm discharging them this week as well. So like, it's just going to be like a really weird deal. But the weirdest thing is, so I didn't have any session today after I went to supervision. So I got home at 3:00. I had so much time. And I'm like, I didn't even know what was going on because usually I feel like I'm getting home and I'm rushing through things. And then tomorrow, I don't have any paperwork to do in the morning like I normally would because I normally have sessions tonight and I would do my paperwork in the morning. So I have an incredibly long day, but I'm like so excited that I actually don't have to wake up and like get going immediately. So
yeah.
So it's a weird day.
That is so exciting though. I just love hearing about your job.
Mm-hmm.
It's an interesting job.
For sure.
Yeah. So that's my day, Shell. How was your day, guys?
What?
Oh no, you go, Hudson. I was gonna let you go.
Oh.
You first, girl. Go for it.
I was woken up this morning at 5 a.m.s. And so okay, I should preface saying normally healthy me wakes up from in between 6 and 7. Mm-hmm. But when the fires happened, I did become nocturnal. So that was not a fun time because every time I had something to say to someone, I'd be like, oh, it's midnight. I cannot message anyone on the East Coast. This is not a good time. So Henry, once a week, decides sleep is not an option and that he's going to clean the whole place. It's just how he de-stresses. I don't understand it. I do not have this gene. I do not want this gene. So he stayed up all night cleaning, and then I woke up. I thought there was like rubber burning. It was just the cleaning products, but it had woken me up, and then I couldn't go back to sleep. So maybe this will fix me in the long run, but because of that, I went for a hike early in the morning.
I saw that. It looked wonderful.
It was. And like, it was very like, I didn't really run into anyone, which is my favorite, except for there were a lot of squirrels in the morning, turns out. And that is how boring my life is. I just realized talking about squirrels. Anyways, Autumn, can you do better?
So I got emergency called into work over the weekend for night shift. To like help out. Like I didn't have to do like the full 12. So I went and I did like at least 6 hours. So that kind of threw off like my whole like sleeping schedule / like the routine that I've started to have on this set schedule. Mm-hmm. So I got home this morning at 2:30 and I fell asleep until 7:30, and then I woke up and I did my live stream until like 10:30 my time in the morning. And then I folded some laundry. And then I read my book. I watched Brooke and Diane stream. And then I fell asleep until like 4:45 to my mom making supper. I ate supper. And here I am.
Thank you for making me feel better. You didn't have to do that, but I love the bone you just threw there.
It's so funny because like you guys are like, oh, I'm so boring. And here I am just being like, I didn't have to go to work. Like that's not much more exciting. Because I
worked about squirrel activity, okay? Like
I mean, I haven't even stepped out my house today. At least Hudson actually took a walk. Like, I didn't step a toenail out into the sunlight today.
I will say I was severely wrongly dressed. So it looked really cold out. So I couldn't find my like sweatshirts because Henry finally fell asleep when I woke up, of course.
Oh
love how that happens. And so I found this like oversized coat in the garage that is not a walking coat. Do you know what it looks like? Do you remember the cartoon Anastasia movie?
Yeah.
You know, like her big oversized coat that she wears while she's like somewhere down. You know, that I'm not gonna sing. It looks like that. And all I had were like some oversized cotton shorts that I had to like tie really tight to stay up, and a flannel. So didn't look the part. And every time I ran into someone, they were like, okay. Because I ran into like 3 people on a 2-mile hike, which I think is a good sign that I ran into no one.
Yeah.
And and then it got really hot when the sun came out, and I was like, I do not feel like I'm stomping through Russia searching for my long lost family.
A duster. That's kind of like what her coat, but it's in Russia, right? Which is where Anastasia. So it wouldn't be quite a duster because it's like heavier in wool usually.
Yeah, Soviet Russia.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah. I haven't shown. I saw the musical.
You could do like an Anastasia cosplay. Like I feel like you would pull it off very well.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh well. Just so you know, I have done that already.
Yes.
I'll send you a photo.
Okay.
Please share it. I would like to see this.
But,
yeah. Okay.
So while you're doing that, should we do our next sprint?
Probably.
Yes.
All right. So I'm going to up it to 5 minutes and go to 20 this time.
Perfect.
So, all right. Best of luck. I can't wait to see what you're going to give us. And tally ho. That scared the crap out of me.
Yeah, it scared her.
I knew it was gonna come too, but like I still I started getting back into my story, and I'm like, oh no.
Well, the funny thing is that I only went on here to turn off my camera so I could grab my house coat that's just like 2 feet that way, and then the timer went off, and I was like, how did I? So here we go.
Oh my gosh. So, well, other than getting your house coat, which looks really warm.
It does.
Oh, thank you.
How did you guys do that sprint?
So I didn't work on my story, which I probably should have, but I had to start getting all of the thumbnails and all of the other writing sprints done, the live streams for the second half of October. So I went ahead and started whipping that up real quick, and I'm almost done. But that's what I did.
Hey, that was productive though.
Yeah.
Yeah, that I still think that counts.
Mm-hmm.
It does, for sure.
How about you, Hudson?
I have just been I've been inspired by both of you actually. Because you both have on different like forms like a list of all the things you want to work on.
Yeah.
So I am compiling all of these story ideas that I have into one place. So is this procrastinating? Yes.
But productive procrastination.
Yeah, that's what I think, even though I should be editing my story.
Let's see. I'm not going to judge. But that time I was starting to get into the story a little bit more, and I did 314.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh. Nice.
Which one are you?
So I'm doing Prophecy Project,
Oh,
but I'm adding a new chapter in. So
yes, you mentioned that. Yeah. Sorry, I was like, hold on.
Yeah. Also, I lied to you before. I think it was yesterday. I'm only on chapter 13, and I realized the reason that I got 15 is because I started like every time I edit a chapter, I'm adding the names in, and like so that way like you're knowing who's speaking. But apparently, I must have miscounted somewhere because the last name that I added, and I've only been adding them in as I'm editing them, was chapter 15 and one of the characters, which is not the right number anyway. And I'm not on, so I'm only on 13.
Well, aren't we in the same place all of a sudden?
So the competition's back on.
Oh, maybe I will work on my story now. Maybe that's what I needed. Thank you.
A little more inspiration.
Yeah. All right. So I have a ton of comments that I have not read. Allie had said she was working on homework before this sprint. So I'm assuming she's probably still working on homework. So Paget asked if anyone else uses Google Docs, and if so, do you have a weird lag regardless of how fast everything else is going? So I do use Google Docs, and yes, there is an interesting lag with Google Docs. So there's a few things for me, guys. Jesus.
Sorry, something fell. Sorry, everything's fine. Stop paying attention to me. Go back to the comments.
Well, it sounded like an earthquake a little bit, like something.
Oh, no, we did have one a week ago.
Yeah, of course.
But like, I wouldn't give that face. I would give this face.
Oh, again, yeah. But as far as the Google Docs go, so I've noticed twice. Once I start getting to a certain word count, usually about 100,000 words, it does start slowing down overall. So depending on how many words you have, Paget, that could be a factor. The second thing that I've noticed more recently, and I feel super dumb about it, is that I use Grammarly. And if Grammarly is active, oh my God, does it like make Google Docs freak out? Like nothing works right. Nothing, like it's just slow as molasses. So if you have Grammarly, I suggest you turn that off while you're writing and only do it when you're actually like in need of editing it because it'll slow down everything.
Yeah, Grammarly gave me a lot of issues because I used to have it, but then I didn't want it back because it still had a lot of different things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I like it because it does help a lot, but it slows down Google Docs like crazy. And I haven't used it with Scrivener, so I don't know if that's going to be the same.
I had the free version, so it only was on the internet for me, but it slowed down my internet hard.
Yeah. Maybe it's just the internet, because that could be why.
I mean,
Yeah. Relative joined us. Hello. I'm a little earlier this time. Hey, you made it. We still have another hour going on. Well, at least me and Hudson. Autumn might be peacing out soon.
As when we're done, when we're about to do our next sprint, I'll peace out.
my goodness.
Let's see. So I know Lizzie had a couple things. Oh, because she's still having computer problems. Yes. I understand. I mean, hopefully that will work for you. I know you're younger, so you probably can't just go out and buy another one. So
Yeah, that's the hard thing about sisters. They are the best, but they also suck.
Yes. And then that sprint, it looks like Lizzie copied notebook words to a document during your panic. Fair. Nikki got 9 words. Lizzie got 28. Alice is always amazing, and I don't know how she does it. Like I can't even feel like I don't think I can have like the writing queen title anymore because Alice shows up and just kills it every time.
It's incredible. Wow.
Yeah. How, Alice? How?
I will do that for you, Nikki. Can you hear me better? You guys hear me fine, right?
Oh yeah. You sound fine to me.
Okay. But I will do it if it still works. Let me know. I could switch it to my other microphone, but I have outside noises, so these kind of keep it a little bit more combined and compact.
Yeah.
I just feel like I'm like finally someone who's like a gamer whenever I see you with it on because I'm like, oh, I'm part of.
No, I feel like I need to put mine on.
But you have one too.
Yay! Word matching.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
I don't.
I mean, I did buy these for gaming. They are Kraken.
I love it.
And I also have I have a pink pair that's Kraken as well.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Can you just like pass it over to me?
We should make one of those TikToks where like people are passing things to someone else. Did you ever see those?
Yes.
I saw it on one of Autumn's videos.
Yes, me and Helene, Maddie, and we did it too, where we were, and Megan too, but we did it in like the 10K live stream where we tried to like pass a pen, but Helene had a pencil, so when I passed it to her, it turned into a pencil, and then we passed it to Megan, and Megan had a clothes hanger, and she was like,
"Oh my god, I love it!"
It was fun, but we should totally do it.
I would be fine. I was actually gonna do a hair transformation on my TikTok, and then I got lazy, so I did.
My sister has a hair transformation on her TikTok. It's private though, so I can't share it. And she's 14.
That's okay. I actually wanted to do it in like the essence. Some of my favorite ones are the versions where they're like you have like one song and then it transforms into Fleetwood Mac and it's like they like lounge and they're in like their hippie gear.
Yeah,
that's what I wanted to do.
Mm-hmm.
But then I was lazy, so I still don't have anything on TikTok. So let's see. Okay. So Nikki said she's working on a fan fiction of Hardin and Tessa. Okay. I mean, I know what you're referencing, but I've never personally read that. So it sounds exciting. I'm sure you can get
it's After by Anna Todd.
I know they made a movie about it, but yeah, After.
I like when I first saw it, I got excited because I didn't fully read it and I thought it was Tessa D'Urbervilles by Thomas Hardy.
Mm-hmm.
With Tess and Hardin. And so I was like, oh, are we getting one of these? Finally.
Mm-hmm. Charlotte says that she hasn't noticed Grammarly problems, which is interesting. I notice it all the time, but I'm glad you're not because it's annoying. But I also agree. The images they start getting weird. For me, it's after I post too many. And I haven't done it in a really long time because when me and my co-writer were sharing Google Docs and we weren't together, we would like paste things in to like annoy, well, like not really annoy, but like we would be in the middle of something and then we would like throw a GIF in to just like throw each other off. So I haven't posted any pictures in a while.
I love that.
Yeah. Ashley, thank you for joining. You're not too late. I mean, we still have about another hour, so hopefully we'll get a couple more live stream and next hair change. And Shay, hi.
Hi, Shay. Hello.
Thank you for joining or at least popping in. So, what are we thinking for our next time for the sprint? Because Autumn, I know this is probably going to be your last one. So, what time would you like?
Ooh, me?
Yeah.
Me. I get to choose. There's so many numbers.
The only thing I will say is I can't do fun ones on this.
Well, that's lame. I'm just gonna leave now. No, just kidding.
F your fancy like timer because you can't do what I want.
So we did a 15, a 20. What about 22?
You could do 22.
Okay.
I like 22.
To me, that's a fun one. So
I know it's an even number. It had to be even.
Yes, I feel that. Okay, so I'm ready to go if you guys are because I want to at least get maybe 2 more sprints in after this one. So
sure.
Now there's a competition, so there's that.
Yes. 7 hours. Right, Tib, you just wait until NaNoWriMo kicks off, and that wish might come true.
We got something fun in store for you then.
I'm so excited.
Me too.
Yes. On that note, Autumn, I am trying to work on switching things around, by the way. So I might be able to.
Oh my gosh. That would like make my life complete.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Bree, that's awesome.
I would love that. However, that's a really long commitment. I would need to not have a job for those like 72 hours and so that I can actually
mental health.
Yeah.
Staring at a screen for that long. Being online. I mean, like, never mind, that might be a disgusting joke to make.
Oh geez. There's a lot of things that we would have the thing is I would need to like upgrade my stream because I would need to have those like intermission stuff where it'd be like be right back and that kind of things. And unfortunately with the free version that I have currently, can't do that. But maybe on Twitch. I might be able to configure something on Twitch and do like a 24-hour stream one day. Not anytime soon.
There just needs to be like breaks because like I don't know about you, but like I'm a human being and like things need to go in and
yes. No, I would definitely say like if I was gonna do something like that, I would have to like figure out how to do my Twitch streams better because right now I'm very amateur at that as well. But I know you can do like intermission pages and stuff like that. Like you can make things so crafty over there, and it's, in my opinion, a better interface than StreamYard is. So if that ever happens, it's probably going to end up being on Twitch.
I'm sorry, but like Ashley Lottie's comment
with this one, I'm okay with that. I mean, we might need the dance breaks though because we need to keep our energy and motivation up. Otherwise, I'm gonna fall asleep like sitting down all this time. I'm gonna have to be like, I'll have to go get like what Kate Kavanaugh does, where she has like the writing desk where you can like walk on the treadmill or like the bike.
Oh yeah, the bike thing.
Yeah.
I sent that to Henry.
Kate's book date has a treadmill one. That's what. So I got the Kates confused.
Wait, there's a laptop thing for the treadmill?
Yes.
Okay, I don't know if I can walk and type at the same time.
I don't think I can either.
I feel like I can ride a bike and type at the same time if the bike is still. I do know there's a way to turn like a real bike into a workout bike. like a
I
sand.
don't have a bike, so I don't know why I'm getting excited.
You don't have a bike and you live in the forest?
I mean, I have a bike. Like
Yeah.
a bike, yes, but I don't have like a freestanding bike to
No,
exercise on.
but you can turn it into that, is what I'm saying.
Oh, you're right. You are right. I do know
Yeah.
this. Greg talked about this. I don't have that.
Because I follow some people who during lockdown ordered the thing so they could
That's
take
smart.
spin classes from home.
Yes. I like the dance breaks better though because I like to dance. So
I would be down for that. That would be super fun.
I love these ideas. 24 hours with naps. Yes.
Yeah.
24-hour nap.
Through the whole thing.
The forever stream. Yes. Barb, you are a saint. Barb streams on Twitch more often than I do. So yes.
Love it.
So I don't use Streamlabs. I use StreamYard. But maybe I would consider Streamlab if like I needed to. So that might be. Maybe this is gonna happen, guys. I mean, who knows? You might be watching like Bree Buonomo YouTube history right now unfolding. I used to all the time as a teenager because I was nuts. And now I think about trying to stay up like 18, 20 hours and I'm like, oh God, I'm going to die.
I feel like I've had to do it, one for grad night. And then I feel like there was something where I was working for, like, I was a stagehand for theater.
Mm-hmm.
And I just remember we had to stay up for 24 hours. No, we had to stay up for a really long time. And then I stupidly went to the cast party after.
Of course you did.
I don't know why. I don't like parties.
I feel like Autumn has to be a pro at this right now, but the best like 20 I used to do for whatever reason every Friday night, like my junior and senior year, I would just stay up all night. Like that would be my thing. So I would like, I don't know what I did. I probably played World of Warcraft, honestly, for just like all night long. But the one time was when Pottermore beta was coming out, like the very first Pottermore.
I remember that.
And I literally had so back in the day, we didn't have like all these little devices and AIM was kind of going out of style at that point. So I created a Facebook group with like 5 different people and like we just kept like updating, like, did everyone get in? Did you get the email? Did you get this? Because we were trying to become beta members. They said it was supposed to drop at midnight. I stayed up till 6 a.m. waiting for an email confirmation. I was the only one.
I remember
everyone else
into the beta. I don't.
It was so good. It's such a shame that it just fizzled out. They should have made it like kept going with what they had.
I mean, there's a lot of shames in that whole thing, but yeah, I totally forgot. No, you said something else that made me remember of just being alive in the 2010s.
Like just staying up for no reason playing World of Warcraft.
I have not played a video game, so
yeah,
no. No, but I remember staying up late to go to book sales.
Oh my
God,
God,
midnight book sales. Do they do those still? I feel like they should, right?
On my Instagram, I have pictures of going to the Cursed Child midnight release.
Same.
But that was the last one. But no, I don't really think they do anymore. It's unfortunate. Now it's like, I feel like everything is, well, 1, it's becoming digital because of the era. 2, I think pre-orders are a much bigger deal nowadays rather than like the party, because that was kind of like your equivalent to pre-orders. Is like you got to celebrate.
But you could still, I remember at least where I lived, you pre-ordered the book.
But you didn't get all the incentives.
You get what?
Incentives. Now you can like pre-order, and a lot of books, like especially bigger releases, you can like get free stuff when you pre-order. And that's kind of like do you not know this?
Well, no, sorry. I'm confused because I got free stuff at the midnight parties.
That's what I'm saying. So back in the day, you would get the free stuff there. You would go in person. Now it's just more of that like, hey, I did this and I'm going to submit my receipt and you're going to send me the free stuff.
I just feel like they should bring it back because that's how you make friends with people who like the same things as you. Because that's harder to do. At least it was harder to do in school.
Mm-hmm. They're some of my favorite memories, so I'm all for that. But I actually, though, my Cursed Child on my Instagram, I dressed up and went, and I won a costume contest.
Yeah, I dressed up every
Yeah, of
book.
course.
And that was the whole point. That's why you went.
Mhm. I love all the people saying 38 hours is impressive. I don't think I've ever done that. Though I came close, but I technically had naps because I did like a marathon concert weekend. And that was like, but I did take a nap, so that doesn't really count. Yeah. But yes, and that's the last one I went to as well. So
Same. That really sucks. I really like those. I mean, I don't like staying up till midnight. And I don't really like being around people. But I liked those.
that environment though, it's all like the introverts like uniting.
Yeah, those parties were fun because there wasn't that like crazy energy 24/7 like at a school dance where I just felt sorry, I'm echoing.
You're okay.
Oh, it's echoing on my end then. No, I just did you ever go to school dances? They were like a hot mess.
Yep.
Sorry.
It's okay.
I'm going down memory lane.
Yeah. Well, should we sprint then?
On that note.
Yeah. All right. We're going to do the 22 minutes then. And then our lovely Autumn is probably going to leave us after this. So, back to sprinting, guys. We'll talk after. Good luck.
Oh, you're still
I
muted.
know. I just said we're back. And then I was like, crap, I forgot that. But we're back.
You're good.
Oh my gosh.
What'd you do?
I did okay. I was honestly, well, first of all, so let's see. What did I actually do? I wrote 179 words. I was trying to figure out, I was actually talking to Hudson in the private chat about, yeah, you're fine. But it was more about like how people feel, like just getting a feel for shorter chapters, because I do have some shorter chapters, but I think this particular chapter is probably going to be my shortest. So I was like, would this be a problem if you were an average reader and you're like, most of the chapters have a pretty consistent pace with a few shorter ones, but this is like short. But
Yeah.
it's kind of necessary. So I think I'm just going to roll with it and have them ending up at their destination and then ending the chapter. So that's kind of why I took a little bit of time. I wasn't as productive as I could have been. So
Yeah. And I really do think it depends on the story. So like some stories, I feel like the chapters are way too long and they could be broken up. And then like I'm the person where I like to read and I like to know that the chapter is not more than like 10 to 12 pages, because then I get there's no hope.
Yeah, it's like the longer chapters really have to be done well.
Yeah.
And like, because you can like suck me in. I know, and I'm just going to use this as an example. Cassandra Clare, at least with her Mortal Instruments series, her chapters do not need to be 30 to 40 pages every single time. There's no need for them, because it's not even like a consistent flow. Like so many times she breaks the chapters up so that like it's a different character. And for me, like it was literally like so draining trying to get through that series, because I'm like,
Right.
oh my God, it's never ending. Like I just need a good ending place so I can like
Exactly.
go do
And that's why
something
I
else.
like the
So
shorter ish chapters, because I'm always like the type of person where I'm like, I want to finish the chapter and then put the book down. I hate having to stop reading in the middle of a chapter, because then I'm like, what was happening? I don't remember.
no, same. And then also, like, I feel like if you have a longer chapter, but it's in one perspective and you can carry that chapter, it works. I don't like when chapters go on for so long and they're constantly changing perspective, which I'm pretty sure Brandon Sanderson does. But I feel like he could probably get away with it because he's like a mastermind.
Yes.
Honestly, because my series is multi-perspective. And let me tell you, for the climax, like the very end, it would be very helpful to pull a Brandon Sanderson right there. And when I was reading his books, I was like, oh, maybe I can just do that for my story. But then I was like, you know what? I'm not there. I'm not there talent-wise to pull it off. But no, like in the private chat, just because it's over text, so you can't see my facial expression.
Yeah.
But I think how you explained it happening is a way how it works.
Okay.
Yeah, 'cause my whole thing is like, I don't know if anyone read Peter and the Starcatcher series in middle school, or we're all different ages. I was in middle school. And it was such a good series that I can remember it being. But the very last chapter during the climax, they literally changed perspective. So they would end the chapter, and the chapter would only be like a paragraph long. And I just remember being, this is not what the rest of the book was. I don't like this. It felt very disoriented. But if it's like piece throughout the story, then I think that's different.
Sure. That's fair.
Oh, and all the other chapters were the same length. So that was
Okay.
that's
Gotcha.
what I was
Yeah.
thinking.
No, I like a little bit of variety, but I like to try to keep them better. And honestly, my ending of the book is not like paragraphs. Like it is still a couple pages, which is why like this one being a couple pages, I feel like it's going to be okay.
Yeah.
If anything, I'll make it better because
Because you're expecting it.
yeah, that's what I mean. It was just literally the last 10 pages where they changed their chapter numbers, and I was like, no.
Mhm.
That's fair.
Yeah, I like it when it kind of ends, because it's like like how Hudson said, you already know how it ends. Just like wrap it up, put the red bow on it, and then call it a day, and it's fine.
Yes, exactly. On that note, Hudson, how'd you do that time?
Okay. I mean, I haven't touched my story. I have been doing outline stuff though, so it's not like I haven't not been doing things. It's just it's not that fun to tell you like I did an outline.
Mhm.
You know,
Yeah, it's
single
hard
word
because you
number.
can't really tell anyone about the outline. It's just like, I did it.
Yeah.
I did it, but when you have like a word count, like I reached this number, that feels great. So I'm excited for Nano for that one reason.
Mhm.
I hear you. So in our comments, I was really impressed by this. But Alice, like, that is super
Oh,
awesome.
wow.
Yeah.
So I get it because I work with clients who have ASD sometimes, and I get that. I just from their perspective, that hyper focused, that mindset, I can see it happening. I don't really relate personally, but I can understand how that can happen.
Mhm.
Gio, hello. So thank you so much for joining. Gio has a relatively newer YouTube page, and he's very animated and fun to watch.
Mhm.
But I saw somewhere that he said that he was having some difficulty with his upload. So I hope you're able to get that done because I understand being off your game.
Mhm.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just was going through that. I feel for you, man.
Mhm. Nikki got 53 words stuck on her fan fiction story. That's where I'm at. Even though like writing is usually so much easier for me, I know that I just have to like it's not writing really, it's editing still. So I'm like
Also,
slumming.
editing isn't that fun, is it, Bree?
Listen, it depends on the point, and I know my second act is weak, okay? I know this, and that's why I'm struggling right now.
I mean, editing's super fun when it's not weak. Like, I'll be the first to say that. But I
My
wouldn't
first
edit if it wasn't weak.
my first 8 chapters I thought were pretty good. Like I added to them, but like I was having fun reading through and editing them, and then I got to like chapter 9 and I'm like it's beginning.
Oh my gosh, it was chapter 9 for me too.
Yes. I don't know why, because that's all about second act time. Like
Yeah,
you're already getting into the story. So
I feel a lot better now that you tell me that your act 2 starts around chapter 9 because you know when you're in the like depth of it,
mhm.
and I've been looking like is it like is 9 chapters too far to go before we get to this act 2 part? So I'm
No.
glad it's not just me.
No, especially because right now I'm probably going to end up like with my additions, I'm probably going to have like 30 chapters. So like that's around average.
Yeah.
I think what always gets me is when I read Save the Cat,
Mhm.
they say like how your act 2 is like the same length
Mhm.
of act 1 and act 3 combined. I
Ah,
could have misread it. So because of that, I'm always like, well, this is really long. I regret reading that book sometimes. And sometimes I'm happy I did.
Mhm.
could
I've
be.
never read it, so I don't know.
I didn't either, and I like part of me is like I never want to.
Yes, I'm like mixed where I do, so I know what people are talking about, but I don't because I don't want to get in like how Hudson's like. I refer back to it and then I question things.
I think it's good for editing, not good for drafting. That's my personal opinion. I don't like it for drafting.
Hey,
Yeah.
Netflix. Writative ended up leaving us, but gave a really nice, friendly reminder to cuddle the like button. Alice was obviously very awesome again with that 765 words. Oh, wow, they skipped. They skipped. They skipped a lot. I'm gonna come back to your comment, Gio, because I don't know what just happened. Okay, so the short chapters, yes.
Mhm.
Oh, that's pretty cool though. I like that. Shay got 303. I love that. Oh my god, that just reminds me of like my Warped Tour days as a teenager going to see 303 in concert. Oh man, the memories. Do you guys not know who 303 is?
No.
What? Yes, you do.
In high school, I listened to Motown,
Oh,
and that was about it.
you don't know like the famous phrase where it's like, "Well, I'm a vegetarian and I ain't fucking scared of him."
No.
No.
Oh my God, you guys!
I can quote Diana Ross and the Supremes for you, but that's
I'm sending you 303 right now. Anyway, okay, I'm gonna send that during our next sprint because like you guys aren't living.
Well, see, when I was in high school, the band that was really big was One Direction. So,
Oh my God, I forgot you're a baby.
Oh my gosh, do you want to hear something so funny with One Direction? So I was in college when One Direction was on the X Factor, like going for it.
yeah.
And my friend was like, "Hey, have you seen the X Factor?" And I was like, I mean, I'm not really into it. And she was like, "There's like these adorable little boys and they like sing and dance." So I like checked out. I was like, "Oh my gosh, they are so adorable." It became like these heartthrobs, and that's when I realized I was old.
Yeah. Although I ended up liking One Direction when like That's What Makes You Beautiful came out. Like that was
Yes.
a pop.
Their
But
first album.
Always bugged me. I was like, so she's only beautiful if she doesn't know it? Like, what?
Oh, you're too critical.
That's what my mom said.
So their first album, Autumn?
Yeah, that's the one I love.
Okay.
Yeah,
Is that their first album with That's What Makes You Beautiful?
yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
I liked their other single from the album. I thought that one was good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. There's the one where it's well, I won't go down that road. I'm sorry. I'll message it to y'all.
Okay.
So we can keep rolling.
Yeah, okay. Nikki asked if we've ever read a book, taken a break, and gone back to it and was like, wait, where's the movie I was watching? I know what you're saying. I don't think I've done that per se, but I felt like I've read books and I'm like, this is so cinematic and would make like a killer movie or TV show. Like that's definitely the feel. So recently someone read my like first 4 chapters and told me I had a cinematic feel and I was like, don't give me a big head. Okay, this is the chapter I think that I like skipped over to Geo because it like just kept jumping. Okay. Chapters. Yeah, I feel like that's pretty average. That's kind of what I do too with the Google Doc. So I know everyone like looks at like pages versus like word count, so it depends. Lincoln and the Bardo. That cover, I find that cover everywhere and I'm always interested to read it, but now I don't know if I can. That seems really interesting though. Different perspective almost every line.
So is it omniscient?
It has to be, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
in the outlining point 2. That's fair. I was gonna say I'm editing, so that's kind of where I'm at with why I have like word counts and stuff. Let's see. So everyone just kind of catching up on some things. Save the Cat. Yeah, I hear the beats are the best part of Save the Cat.
Yeah, I've heard that.
That's the only part.
Yes, Warped Tour.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God! How does no one heard of 303? Like they got really big because they had like a song with Katy Perry. They had a song with Kesha.
Oh wait, I think wasn't there a music video of them in front of the fountain?
Probably. They were like
Katy Perry.
They were like techno-y music too.
I think I remember watching it and I was thinking, oh, they're so lewd.
No, I don't. So I don't think that's them, but I'm not sure. But
okay, I could be wrong. I could be wrong.
Okay. Geo, you're okay because there's a lot of babies. But I love you guys. Like I love that you come and you hang out with us and you give me inspiration because I'm an old lady and I never started my writing journey until much later in life.
I don't know if I feel old or if I forget that I'm old.
Yeah. Yes. No, until I talk to people, I don't feel old. And then I'm like, oh, but I'm so
also, Shay, so like that is, I know she's told me that she's homeschooled. This is such a thing. I remember, so I was allowed to listen to like 80s rock.
Mhm.
And I got uninvited from a birthday party of my homeschool friends because they told me that was the devil's music. So I totally know what you're talking about, Shay. I totally know.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, that homeschool life. I love that. Oh, and Charlotte did say that it is omniscient and it's really good. So, okay.
Okay.
Maybe. I mean, I'm interested because I like pretty much any book as long as it's good. So, yes, it is spelled 303. That is how it's
Oh.
spelled. That was like their area code, but of course we were like emo children who have to stylize everything.
Don't trust me?
No, that was the band. I swear they had a music video in front of a
Yes,
fountain.
Bellissimo. Yes. I am glad I'm not alone because like they were such a vibe. I just remember like when like my friend group started discovering them, like I remember who introduced me. They were obsessed. They like downloaded everything. And at first I was like, this was weird because you're obsessed with it. But then I was like, nah, that's good. And then you could literally just dance to it because it is kind of electronic. But then they fizzled out because they just didn't go anywhere with their music afterwards.
Mm.
But yeah, there's a lot of trendy stuff. TikTok, I blame TikTok for that. Hey, I grew up with Backstreet Boys too, but
Yeah, I had that.
I was an NSYNC fan if I'm gonna choose, but I liked both fairly. I think I owned all the albums equally.
I was Backstreet Boys because I really liked Aaron Carter. So, you know, I had to keep in the family.
I like
want candy.
yeah. Okay.
Thanks. Now I got that song stuck in my
Yeah,
head now.
that is awesome, Gio. And it's just the music she want to hear. I know
Oh.
at least my grandparents, I wasn't really religious or homeschooled, but my grandparents, I would listen to some music and they'd be like, "What are you doing?"
See, I was never part of the religious sector of the homeschool group, but my favorite 90s singer was Natalie Imbruglia.
I don't even know who that is.
She sings Torn. I'm not going to sing it, but you know this song. You all know this song.
What is
She's
it
from
called?
Australia. The song's called Torn. It's by Natalie
Oh, I'm a
Imbruglia.
little torn.
Yeah, that song.
Yes. Okay, never mind. I know that.
Yeah, go-to karaoke song. Always.
That's
Always.
a good one. Yeah. Sorry, I think I didn't realize what her last name was, which is why it threw me off. But that was a
I
good song.
used to watch that music video all the time.
Yeah.
And I was so confused because, you know, when you're a kid, you take songs literally.
Yeah.
And I was like, if she's naked, why doesn't she just put on clothes?
I love that. That's like what my mom used to listen to a lot, and then I vicariously just like loved it in the end.
Yeah, my go-to CD, which I still own, was the 1999 Grammys CD. And so that has Torn.
I think
That
I own that too. Yes, I'm pretty sure you're bringing back. It had like the Grammy on the cover, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh gosh. I think the
Hanson.
Boy's Mind was on that. No, hold on, I have to look up. It's Killer Songs. Killer Songs.
Now I really want to have like a 90s music.
Killing Me
band up.
Softly.
Who is it?
It was the song Killing Me Softly.
Oh, killing me softly.
Yeah, that one.
His words.
Yeah, that one.
Yep, that's a good jam. Forgot this was still going on. Sorry, we're just obnoxious apparently, and Autumn ended up staying the entire time.
I know. Autumn's like, she needs to go.
Yeah. We're just obnoxious tonight. Sorry, guys. Oh my god, that was amazing.
Oh my gosh. Hanson?
See, okay, so not the same genre, but Breaking Benjamin in the rock world is from like where I'm from. So like that was a big deal for me when like our like hometown, and actually also Motionless in White, they're also from like the same area, and like so they both got really huge in the rock industry in different ways, because Breaking Benjamin's more like regular rock and then Motionless in White was like screamo. But that's always kind of how I felt about Hanson, when it was like, oh my god, they're so big now. But Hanson was probably bigger than either of them.
That's how I feel about the Jonas Brothers, because they were part of the same homeschool group as me.
Yeah, I love that. I know, Alice. I'm so sorry. You, Lizzie, like you guys are like you're precious. You, Geo, Allie, Cat.
Okay, well, I can talk about Billie Eilish.
Yeah, I mean, I love Billie Eilish. So,
I have a 14-year-old sister and I have a 21-year-old sister. I listen to their music too. Let's go. Let's talk about this.
listen. I could go on Billie Eilish, but I feel like we shouldn't tonight because I love Billie. I think she's incredibly talented.
Oh my gosh, yeah. She's such a homeschooler. Like 100% a homeschooler.
I was actually watching a video where they were like talking about how she was like groomed to be a professional because she was like homeschooled. She like was in dance. She was in all the factors to make her a star.
Which people act as like that was like grooming. That's like every homeschooler in Los Angeles. I mean, the amount of things that I did, I had no want or desire to go into half the stuff I like trained for. It's just, you just finished school so early. So they're like, well, we should sign you up for this as well.
Hey, I get it. I love like I'm so glad that Ashley's in our boat, at least me and you, Hudson. A little bit of Autumn over there, but yeah, I get it. All right. So should we
Huh? Lizzie doesn't own any CDs.
I mean, I stopped owning CDs because they're a waste of space, but that's another story. My
14-year-old sister collects cassette tapes and records. Well, I mean, I guess I collect records, but
we collect
I love how cassette tapes are now a collectible.
No, it's crazy. My first ever credit card I got was from Discover, and their face of it was a cassette tape, and that was the first credit card I ever got when I was 18.
Oh my gosh.
Yep. And then I decided to change it up after that because I'm like, I feel like I shouldn't have the same thing every time, but I kind of want to go back. Oh, now we're gonna bring K-pop into this. Please, have you guys seen the Blackpink new music? Like, I'm so ready for their album.
I mean, I'm really excited for their documentary. I think that comes out today.
Did it?
No, tomorrow.
Okay, I was gonna say, like, I haven't seen anything yet, but
it's on Netflix. I really love their music, but then I also feel really guilty because I know they're like heavily controlled. Like idols are heavily controlled, and like they have to get all this work done, and they don't really have a social life. So
and they like have to like get dating approved. Like, no, it's like ridiculous. So like, my heart goes out to them, but like, I literally have the biggest crush on Rose. Like we can go into it. I can make my own documentary on my love of Rose. Anyway.
Autumn? Oh no, I thought Autumn froze.
She's like, I just want to go, ladies, and you keep talking.
No, you're fine. I'm just listening because I don't know who this is, so I don't have 2 cents.
Okay, so Blackpink is a K-pop group. There's 4 girls in it. There's Lisa, Rose, Jisoo, and
Jenny.
Is it no? Is it Jenny?
Jenny. Yes.
I thought it was Jenai.
No, it's Jenny.
Okay, it's Jenny.
I mean, it's spelled Jenny, but
anyways, they're really great. And then there's BTS. Also really great. There's 7 of them. I can't name them to save my life.
Red Velvet's pretty good.
But really the real winner is Korean dramas and Korean YouTube. I have been obsessed with Korean YouTube for years. Very artsy, very slow. They just cook or clean, and I'm living for it.
That is real at your speed, totally.
Yeah.
Pointed question to Autumn. What do you listen to?
Oh God. Do I have to answer?
You are gonna be. Are you country?
Well, I mean, I do live in Georgia, so
that twang right there, I love it.
Like what type of country? Because like born and raised on the Dixie Chicks.
How does the Dixie Chicks come up like every stream anymore?
They are incredible. Cowboy Take Me Away. Anyways, what's your favorite type of country music, Autumn?
Okay, so I will say that I listen to a variety of everything. So I don't think I can say that like I absolutely love country or like I absolutely love like pop or whatever. I like a lot of the early 2000s music.
Solid, yeah.
Okay.
But I do love like country also because like that's what my parents listened to when I was younger, so I would always listen to that too. But I love songs from Luke Bryan. I love Luke Bryan. I love his songs.
I can get behind
And
that because he was starting to convert me to some country music.
yes. Yeah. So I really enjoy his music, and I always have to look him up because I always say it. I always combine two names. Hang on. It's
I saw Kelsey Ballerini in concert, so that's country.
Ranger Smith. He's
Oh,
relatively
My mom likes him.
yes.
I
And
listened to
then
the Dixie Chicks, but I was like,
I love Luke Combs. Oh my gosh. He is like the best. So those are my top 3 country. And I don't think I have like favorite artists in any other categories, but I love Linkin Park.
Oh, I love Linkin Park. They're one of my favorite bands of all time. They were one of the best concerts I have ever been to.
Yes.
R.I.P. Chester.
My gosh.
But when you say
I listen-
2000s, does like scene music enter that?
Oh, I listen to a ton of. I listen to a ton of scene music.
But that's like 2000s. I don't know if that's on your list, Autumn. Was scene? No, it's not.
I mean, just looking at Autumn, I can't imagine her with like black hair. Like,
yeah. No, I mean, early scene, even though some people don't count this, was like Paramore and Avril Lavigne. And I can see Autumn listening to Avril Lavigne.
Yes.
But I feel like they were like punk. Like, I get like it was the prelude to the scene, but I feel like they were more punk.
It was the prelude. Because I mean, like early 2000s, I listened to Pink, Avril Lavigne, and then it was Paramore. Because Paramore was the connection between punk and scene, I feel like.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And I absolutely love, even to today, from when I first listened to her to now, I love Britney Spears.
I mean, of course.
Oh my gosh. I love from when they were dancing, and I can't even think of the song right now, but when they're dancing in the high school, Hit Me Baby One More Time. I love it.
I think we're going to say the Mickey Mouse Club. I'm like, man, you've been a fan since way back.
You weren't even born yet. I was barely born.
So how are you with the Save Britney movement?
So I only listen to music. I don't know about anything else.
Oh my God. Maybe we'll save that for a different time.
We'll talk about it tomorrow.
That's another intense topic.
I fully didn't know it.
Yeah, I'm like trying to. I can't even keep up with everyone. I know Barb said somewhere about like loving the Dixie Chicks. She also said she was excited for Blackpink. Lizzie was wondering about Blackpink and BTS. Personally, I get it if you're not used to listening to other languages. I used to listen to other languages. Like Utada Hikaru was one of my first crushes in life. One of my favorite artists. She's an amazing voice and she's Japanese. So I grew up listening to like non-English music all the time. So if it's hard if you're not into that or you don't know. I went to
Korean school for a year.
There you go.
And I also love, like, this is also kind of weird, so I don't like share this often, but yeah, I'll go ahead and share it now because why not? I love classical music.
Oh my God, don't get me started. Oh my God. That is the best music.
Isn't it?
To is classical music.
Girl, I was listening to it earlier because I'm like, how can you not? Like, I just love I love it all. Like, I just type in classical music. My favorite artist on YouTube is Peter Crawley. I love his classical music. Oh my God.
Apparently, Alley Cat's with you guys. With the instrumental.
Yes, instrumental. Yeah.
Now this is a soundtrack, but the 2005 Pride and Prejudice soundtrack is incredible if you love classical music.
I'm so down.
Best thing to start your day with. Like, it just perfectly wakes you up and then wakes you up and
what
then
is this?
The 2005 Pride and Prejudice soundtrack. It's on Spotify.
Oh, okay. Okay, I have to check it out. I have a love-hate relationship with Spotify, which was in my last video. So, Hudson, when you catch up to that,
I'm trying.
I love my first concert was Backstreet Boys. Fun enough because we were talking about this.
My first was One Direction.
My first, when I was in the womb, was Queen. And but my first like visibly being there for it was Hillary Duff.
Wow, that's exciting.
I mean,
love it.
what a blast from the past that was.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Oh my
I
God.
love that.
Yeah. So yesterday.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. I feel like we should just have a live stream talking about the music we love one day
Yes.
because I feel like we could go on forever, the three of
I was
us.
going to say there's so much more I want to talk about and so many more wonderful artists I feel like I should throw in there, but I'm like, well, keep going.
Yeah, I seriously. Yeah, okay. I hear you on that, so I apologize. Instrumental and classical are definitely different.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes people will overlap them.
Mm-hmm.
I know I'm more
I'm
of
glad
new age
you said it,
instrumental.
Alice, because I was thinking it.
But
I have a lot
you
of
all
friends
come
who
out.
are in orchestra, so like,
If we did, maybe on Twitch. I don't know if you get copyrighted on Twitch. You get copyrighted on YouTube, so we won't be able to play real music on YouTube. But
yeah.
maybe on Twitch we can get away with it, and that might be an even more incentive to go over to Twitch. Vanessa Carlton. Oh my gosh. And yes, the video game music, I love listening to video game music.
Yes.
Right, which was also in my last video because that's usually what I listen to when I'm writing.
Yes. Same.
Oh man, I couldn't help
I
but sing
always
that.
think of that scene in the movie when she's singing the song and the camera's behind her and she's like shaking her body and you're like, where did this dance move come from? But I'm loving it.
Oh my gosh. That makes sense. I was never in band, but I could see why. I'm not opposed to classical music. I do like it, but it's hard when I'm writing. Like because it doesn't it should. I mean, it will come up, but this is the thing. Like I like the classical musics when it comes up on my playlist when newer artists imagine it. So like I like it. It's just it's like a different kind of style usually when I hear it.
Mm-hmm.
I can't have any lyrics while I'm writing.
I'm not big on that either.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's either classical or I always mispronounce it, but 425 hertz.
Mm-hmm. So Charlotte asked if we make playlists for our stories.
I just have one big giant list that I call classical music, and then I just go through the list. But I was wanting to for Nano. I wanted to create a playlist for Nano, but I've never done it before.
So to answer your question, kind of, sort of. I just made a video on this, so I won't really repeat too much about it, but I do listen to music, and as I'm writing certain scenes or I'm listening to certain songs, as they jump out at me, or if I'm inspired to write something, then I add it to a playlist. So I don't pre-make my playlist. I make it as I'm listening to music.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Movie scores and video game music are my life.
Oh, yes, Autumn, in the front.
I was gonna say, I seriously, I really want to stay. I really want to stay and talk.
Autumn, you don't have to you could just leave. Just be like, you bitches are talking too long. Goodbye.
But I'm gonna go now.
Yes, go.
But I will see you tomorrow.
Yes,
possibly.
I'm probably out for tomorrow, but who knows? My life can change because it's mental health. So
for sure. Well, I will see y'all tomorrow and have a great night.
Yes. Bye. Bye, friends.
But yes, Wallissimo. It lives rent free in my mind as well. That scene.
I love that. All right. So since we're over the 2-hour mark anyway, and we talked and we ranted and we had a great time, do we want to do one more sprint and call it a night? Or how are you
well,
feeling? I mean, it's not
I-
nighttime for you.
I am so hyper, just going blast from the past. Like, I don't really care at this point.
Okay, well, how about like any followers? Do you want to pick a number, normal numbers, because I can't do fancy with my new timer, but anywhere between like 15 and 20 minutes? Like, what are we feeling? Do I want to do like a standard 15? Because maybe we could do like 2 15s even and then call it a night. I'm fine, at least for me, because I do need to go to bed at some point.
I'm chill. I'm fine with whatever.
Okay. What about 17? That's the first one I saw. We're going with it. All right.
Sounds good.
Okay. So 17 minutes. Oh my
Wait,
God.
is that Greg?
He's probably like, I'm waiting for you to go to bed. Why aren't you going to bed?
Because she's mine now.
Oh, Lord. Okay. We'll do 17 and then maybe we'll do, okay, there's a couple for 17. So let's do that. And then we'll do like a shorter one for the last one and wrap it up. So, all right. Let us go, friends. All right. Good luck. Happy sprinting. Okay. We're back. How'd you do? Did you do
Yes,
anything?
I listened to that 3HO song, and they're the exact band I thought they were. I thought they were a bit too lewd for me
Okay.
when I was younger, and I still feel that way. They actually still make music. I looked them up. Yeah.
They do? I heard that I think like I don't know if it was them that broke up, but they I was watching like a music documentary style type of video, like a video essay on
Yeah,
YouTube, because this
same.
is what I do with my time when I'm not doing writing. Um, but they were basically like how they were comparing different bands, and 303 was one of those bands that just like they didn't grow with their audience, and because of that, even though they're making music, they're not really doing anything like with their music these days compared to what they could
Yeah,
have been back in the
their
day.
Instagram is still showing that they're still active together, but it doesn't seem like anyone's really.
No one's biting. Well, I'm glad you listened to it anyway. So
Yeah.
that was what I jammed to because they were like dancey, and I like dancey, like 303, Breathe Carolina. They were some good jams.
I don't think I listened to dancey. Well, modern for the time dancey music. I was on a dance troupe when I was a kid.
Nice.
I mean, no. I wasn't very good at anything other than tap.
Oh my god. I used to dance a lot as a kid. Jazz and hip hop were my primary, but when I was young, like little, I did tap and ballet.
I did all of them. I did get kicked out of ballet.
That's a story for a different day, but I want to know it.
It's not really a story. I'm pigeon-toed, so they they do not. They very much discriminate against which way your feet go.
Oh man, that's
But
rough.
it's not even interesting. It's just like, oh, you're pigeon-toed, don't come back.
Jeez. Well, that time I wrote 297 words, and then I forgot that I took a chapter out, and I could add that chapter back in, so the chapter is now longer than I intended it to be. So, um,
Well, hey, you got a short one and you got a long one.
yeah. So, I mean, it's actually not long. It's like pretty much on par with the rest of my chapters now, but
Mhm.
it's not as short as I thought it was going to be because it literally worked out because where I wanted it to end was them meeting one of the relatives, and that's where the original chapter actually ended. So, works out. Uh-oh. Did you freeze?
Okay.
Yes. Oh no. We did so well.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure this out.
Well, read comments in the meantime.
I know what it is. For some reason, my laptop isn't charging, so it thinks it's dead, but it's plugged in.
Okay. Geo.
So you just keep going. I can
Okay.
hear. I can hear.
Perfect. Geo got some new subscribers, which is always amazing. I'm glad. And Shay was one of them. And then Ashley also subscribed, but she left for dinner. I don't know if she's still here, but thank you so much, Ashley. It was so wonderful having you in the stream, and I'm glad that we can relate to being quote unquote old together. That was really nice. Let's see, Geo. I also did more dreamcasting. I feel that. And Shay got 328. That's solid.
Nice.
Okay, so I was gonna do one more, probably like a 10-minute just to kind of do like a nice, like quick wrap up. I know 10 minutes usually isn't a lot for people. For me, I just have to read through these couple, well, it's like 3 pages. I think I can do it in 10 minutes. So that's kind of what I'm thinking for the last
I mean,
one.
the real person you should ask is Greg in the comments.
I know. If he's still here. I mean, he didn't go upstairs, so he's obviously waiting for me. He's a nice man, so. And this is a lot longer than I intended to go, but I mean, I'm actually being productive, and I needed that for tonight.
I get that.
Okay. So I'm fine with just jumping in and doing the last sprint, and I know 3 minutes. uh
It just popped up. It just
I
popped
would
up.
get I could not read a page a minute. I'm sorry. I'm not that good. And you know, Greg, that I'm a slow reader. But Geo is killing it. 2,000 words today.
Oh gosh.
You are getting ready for Nano. I can feel it.
Oh my gosh, that's incredible.
All right, let's do the last one then. And that way Greg can't yell at me anymore. All right. It's 10 minutes on the timer. We're going to get this and go. Whew.
Did you do it?
Not quite.
Hey,
I
was that Greg or you?
Could you hear it?
Yeah.
It's Greg. Because I just heard it too, but I didn't think it was that loud.
I love this. I really love this time with you, Greg.
We're getting to know him on a whole new
I
level.
like my favorite thing in the world is for people to hate me.
I mean, I feel like it takes a lot for him to hate
I
anyone.
I
but
read if what you
it's-
say that we're similar is true. Just saying, he wants to go to bed. You're not letting him go to bed. If Henry did
I
that
know.
to me, I'd hate whoever kept me from sleeping.
I get it. No, he probably does. It's like, oh my god. But I actually, I literally have like a small paragraph left, and then I'm done. So like, I can successfully say I finished chapter 13.
Woo.
Ah, you are so sweet. Thank you.
The message after.
If anyone in the comments otherwise is wondering, Greg is my husband, so he is waiting. It is, almost 11 o'clock at night on the East Coast, and he wants to go to bed and is waiting for me.
I mean, I'm not laughing at him. I'm laughing because I completely relate to this situation. I want you to know that, Greg. I completely relate.
So, but yeah,
Henry stays up all night.
what's that?
Henry stays up all night, and I'm like in bed by 10.
I mean, I'm usually in bed by 10, but I can, like, if I'm focused on something, and it has to be usually with screens, because if I'm like, I don't know, like, not, well, if it's either writing where I'm physically doing something or video games, because if I'm like watching TV or reading or doing something very mellow, I can't stay up.
Henry just likes throwing dance parties at night.
That's me. That's how I would also stay up, but then Greg would get really mad at me.
Yes. Yes.
Yes, Alice passing 4K and 30K for the month, girl. It's only day 12. That's amazing. You are a beast, and that is a compliment because I'm impressed. I just don't have any words otherwise.
Oh my gosh.
And even Geo, 2200, man. Impressive.
I need to
you guys
feel
are
inadequate.
yeah. I was gonna say I'm like putting us old folk to shame.
Oh golly. Golly.
But yeah, how did you do, Hudson? Did you get anything accomplished?
Yeah, I don't know what was going on with my computer, so I unplugged my hard drive. So I'm just making my outline cards.
Yay.
So I was still productive, but not as productive as some in the chat.
I know. I was gonna say even Shay, 2005 for the day. I mean, that's still great because I mean, if we're looking for like NaNoWriMo prep, you already exceeded that daily goal. So
Yeah.
But all right. Well, I feel like we probably should wrap it up at this point because we're getting late and we've been going pretty marathon tonight. So anyway, thank you guys all so much for coming as always. Again, I'm Bree Buonomo, and you can follow me here on YouTube as well as Instagram, Twitter, Twitch if you're into video games. I have all that linked down below. And if you want to support my channel, you can also go check out my coffee page. And you should also obviously go follow Hudson if you're not, though I'm pretty sure everyone here probably is because you're all great. But she posts videos. She's going to be getting back into the swing of things now that her life is getting back to normal.
Yes, I got Wi-Fi on Saturday after not having it for a month and a half. So
yes, so go follow her.
So fun. Who knows what will come out of that?
Yes. And my next stream is going to actually be with Autumn Ashley on Friday, but it's going to be on Autumn's channel. So that'll be Friday morning for our West Coasties. You're probably not going to join us because it's going to be very, very early for you. I think it's at 8 a.m. Yeah, it's at 8 a.m. So, yeah. So anyway, I hope to see you guys next time. Thanks as always so much for joining, and we will see you next time.